Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping.
It's going to be crazy. The fans are going to be loud. We need just energy.
Yes. Back to Jared for the flush.
We're going to need, the form rocking. We're going to need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane three. Yes, sir. Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
So if I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
One of the things I really do like about the history of the Memphis Grizzlies is that we have people who have moved here and stayed here. I like how much some of those guys have not only made millions here and won games here, but spent real time here and raised children here.
Yes.
And become a real part of the community.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Dinosaur draft.
Give me Littlefoot.
Littlefoot's a great pick
In
in your alternate reality.
Right.
in your fake dinosaur draft because
I'm
you don't
sorry.
believe in real
I'm sorry.
dinosaurs. Give me a velociraptor. It's so cute and so scary.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
a real velociraptor.
That's not a chicken.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Congratulations to the Vanderbilt Commodores. They have actually hit the over on their win total for the season. Winning number 3. Their total was 2.5.
Hey, listen. If I had told you Vanderbilt was going to hit the over on their win total against Alabama, you guys would have kicked me off the show.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
I tried to argue that they were going to be bowl eligible.
And I said that was good. And they still might not be.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
On GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Thursday, October 24th, 2024 edition of the show. Today on the show, the Grizzlies are 1-0 after a win last night against the Utah Jazz. There were 10 NBA games that went on last night. I flipped around to all of them. It was a fun League Pass night for sure. And we have a bazillion overreactions, possibly some underreactions to what took place last night, not only with the Grizzlies game against the Utah Jazz, but also around the league. We'll get to all of that. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. It's a pretty day. It's a Thursday. It's beautiful outside. Turn it up. Everybody's having a good day. All right, we got a ton of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which was we got to see the Memphis Grizzlies in action for the first time last night against the Utah Jazz as they won 126-124. We will go through everything that took place last night, all of our thoughts from the events of the evening. I flipped around and watched tons of NBA games as there were only 2 the night before, but there were 10 that went on last night. So I flipped around the rest of the night watching through as many teams as I could possibly see and get first impressions of those. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandits in your sack. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat. John Asparagus, Johnny Neckharp, John Lance, John Aldama. He's Yogi Roser.
You know, I'm not wearing black today because I normally wear black. It's because it's my own funeral, because Santi sent me to my grave last night.
Devin Walker's here. He is the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He is He's Walker 93.
Shout out, man. Big shout out. Today's a special day. I know today we're celebrating the Grizzlies, but today's my mom's birthday.
Oh!
Shout out to my mom. Mom Deuce, man. She's the GOAT. Just shout out to my mom. If y'all see my mom somewhere, just let her know. Her son said happy birthday. Shout out to mom, man. She's a GOAT.
A school administrator who gives back to the community on a regular basis.
She's the one that she's one of the people that shaped me to be the person I am. People say they meet my mom and they meet me and they're like, oh yeah, y'all are twins. So
yep.
Shout out Mom Deuce, man.
All right, happy birthday. Well, she got a great early birthday gift.
She did.
With the win last night.
With a big dub.
So I gotta take off my glasses.
Big Grizz fan, my mom.
All right. Grizzlies win against the Utah Jazz last night. The game was not the most watchable that I've seen in my years.
In all your days of Grizz basketball.
This was very ugly. This was an ugly basketball game. It was one of those moments where in the fourth quarter, I texted you guys, and this is after Utah had tied it. Of course, the Grizzlies, the last 4 times have been to Utah, they lost every time. And it's not like the Utah Jazz have been some great shakes, okay? So that has not been a good place for the Grizzlies to play. And it's like, oh, geez, the altitude, Edey's fouled out. They've got a wave going. Jordan Clarkson's gotten going, and the crowd's now into this. It's their home opener. I'm like, they're really not going to do this, are they? Like, they're not going to do this.
Yeah. Nope.
Stop, please.
And I reminded you, Vernon, that we have number 12 on our team.
Yeah, well, part of that, Devin,
you have to put him on the floor.
Yeah,
that's the first part.
We got to 4 minutes left in the game, and I'm like, okay. And I think I speak for every Grizzlies fan as we were watching. We're like, is he okay? Like, enough is enough here. All right, this has been cool. I got to see enough of Scottie Pippen, and I feel like I've gotten my fill of a lot of these guys. I've seen enough Jalen Wells. Like, this game's in the balance now. Can we go ahead and get serious about this? And took a while. And look, I saw a lot of the minutes distribution of last night's game is wild, right? Like, that is not like, you had one player play over 30 minutes in the game, and that was Santi Aldama. Yeah. And you had a bunch of bench guys that played over 15 minutes. You had 3 bench guys that played over 21 minutes in this game. And as that game felt like it was slipping away, there was no way around it. I'm sitting there going, oh, God, this is one of these games where it's going to be everybody super excited about the season starting, and John Morant delivers in the clutch. They make some plays down the stretch, and everybody's excited about it. Or this is going to be one of those that people are like all on Taylor Jenkins, and I mean, it just. That game could have gone either way for certain, and you had to make a couple big plays in big moments in that game, of which they did, right? But, I mean, you are a shot away from disaster where all of the narratives are radically different dependent upon whether or not you beat the Utah Jazz or not. That Utah Jazz team is horrible.
Yeah, they are. Keontae George, certified chucker.
No, they're
James Harden
bad.
Memorial.
And so at one point, a Jazz fan tweeted me, and he was like, are you worried that your team that you expect to be good this year is struggling with the Utah Jazz? And I was like, look, man, I thought that, like, we've been to Utah 4 times and lost every time the last couple of times, right? Like, even at the beginning of last year, I mean, total meltdown against them, lost in the play-in tournament game. Taylor Jenkins got fined. Jaren Jackson got thrown out. Like, I mean, we have not fared well against this team either way. So that's one of the things. And then the second thing was, yeah, kind of. Like, I mean, that this team is, they are, look, I think they're not going to win many games this year. That's for sure. And I thought it was a mess. I thought it was a mess defensively, for sure. You know, you did enough. And in the end, what they always say is it either goes, right, it goes in the good column or it goes in the bad column, and that went in the good column. And there are certainly some great things that came out of it, but this is one of those where it's like all of the good things that come out of it now can be talked about. But we were very close to this being all about the bad things. Very close. Right? That's the way this goes, right? If you lose that game to the Utah Jazz and they make a couple shots that they didn't make, now all of a sudden you're talking about everything that was wrong with last night. And instead you win, and that's the NBA, and that's 82 games, and that's why we're here to vastly overreact to literally everything that takes place. I will say, there were a lot of people that this is one of those moments where at the beginning, I've had my own issues with or thoughts on the idea of players needing to rest and not, if they play this game, then you're going to end up sitting out some guys in the next game. And you're right. Like, I've had my own thoughts on that. I'm not certain. I am unconvinced that keeps guys healthy. I think it is better to train yourself for the season that you have to play, right? But I do understand, that everybody gets very cautious about the amount of minutes and the amount of wear and tear you're putting on somebody in a short amount of time, especially, so you already know they're overcautious, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And then especially at the beginning of the season. And it was one of those moments where I felt like people tuned in, people were excited, people had very strong opinions about the Grizzlies, and then they're watching like the minutes and they're watching Ja not come back in and they're watching the way this plays out. And in the end, the only thing that matters to the people that are watching, including myself, is that you win that game, right? That's the only thing that matters in that moment, is that you win that game. And so you want them to do the things because I am invested in this game. I care whether they win or lose. I want them to win that game. That is not the way they always operate. Yeah. Whether it's about developing players or whether it's about minutes. And last night was about minutes, right? You're not playing that like it's a must win. And this is the disconnect, right? Between fandom and so what I would say is it gave me a little insight into how few people, at least what I could gauge just so I look at social media, have an awareness of the way this season starts.
Yeah, 6 and 8 nights.
You had to know this is what they are. Like, bro.
This is what they do.
It's what they do, number one. Number two, and this is where I get, like, upset about it. Not at fans, at the situation. Because the answer is, why are these guys not playing, why are my guys not back in?
Yeah.
Why are we letting this happen? And the answer is because don't you want Ja Morant to play on Saturday night? You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to have to make that choice, right? But that is the choice that we consistently feel like is being made. It's like, if he plays tonight and he plays on Saturday or Friday night and you want him to play for the home opener on Saturday night, the only way that's going to happen is if he's playing less than 30 minutes.
Yeah. I wonder if the altitude had something to do with it too. Because the altitude ain't no joke.
No. I think
this first game in Utah is tough.
I think this is a function of the season starts off, and it is, let me just say, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I hope these things are not nearly as important later down the road. The other thing is, what also gets highlighted when your best players aren't playing big minutes is that your bench guys are. And the bench guys, which did hold up last night, but people aren't going to be nearly as, it's not going to be nearly as big a deal when it's Vince Williams and it's G.G. Jackson and it's Luke Kennard and it's, right? Like, I mean, that's part of it as well. I did think there were some real positives to come out of last night, but that game was a mess. There were insane amounts of fouls. Insane. I know you had to just hate this, Roser.
So
he was part of
I know everybody.
skin.
Everybody expects me to go one way on this because it's the way I always.
You're a grumpy
go.
old man, Roser.
And I will say, there should never be more fouls than minutes played. There should never be more free throws than minutes played in a basketball game.
You didn't like 77 free throws?
Yeah, that's egregious.
Bro,
there are a couple of
77 free throws is appalling.
Is appalling. I believe that each one of the referees in this game, being James Williams, Kevin Cutler, and John Conley, should not be allowed the next game they officiate to blow their whistle.
Okay,
one time.
I don't. But I will say this was like the NBA before. This is like the second half of last year. Or I'm sorry, this was like more of the first half of last year, in where the second half of last year they just started letting physicality go. They started letting people play. They started letting everybody play.
So they all remember the year we were in Birmingham for that preseason game with the Rockets.
Overly
and they called
blowing the whistle.
They were being the freedom of movement.
Yeah.
So anytime a player tried to cut, if you put your hands on them, they called the foul. They do this. I'm guessing. I think it's going to happen. Last year it happened after the All-Star break. I think it'll happen before that. This is one of these. The first month of the season, They're going to try to get their points of emphasis across. I did the research. Last night, the Nets-Hawks game, there were 52 fouls and 71 free throws. There were 10 games last night across the NBA. They averaged across all 10 46.5 combined fouls and 57.9 free throws.
So they're blowing that whistle.
It's
They're
gonna go
blowing
down.
the whistle
Go down
across
immediately.
the board.
Somebody's going to play it, bro. Give us about 2 weeks, bro. That number
give it
go
about
down.
usually about 2-3 weeks, a month. And
Let me mention real quickly. We have this way it goes with me and my son is I will have him on his phone check like what's going to be ending soon. And so we flip around like we got one of the TVs and we'll just flip that on League Pass. And so we'll try to watch the last 5 minutes of any game that is close. And one of the games that ended, the Detroit game had ended. And so the only thing that was going to finish next was that Nets-Hawks game, which had like 9 minutes left to go in it. And we flipped on it. And this did not go viral because of the players that were involved. I'm not kidding. It is one of the 10 worst fouls I've seen in the last 5 years that took place as soon as I flipped that game on. Dude,
like worse, like was it not a foul and they called a foul?
No.
Oh, you talking about the one somebody got body checked into the front row?
No, Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, I saw that joint.
Nick Claxton clotheslined him in midair.
Flagrant
it was crazy.
Yeah, I saw that. It was floating around.
It was?
It was floating around.
Very rarely am I like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was floating around. Because I saw it and I was like, wait, is that a real foul?
No. Insane.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a true clothesline
it was like
for a guy that was in midair.
Okay, the Dyson
Daniels
Daniels
then Dyson
reaction.
went up to him and was like, trying to grab him.
He
I was like,
grabbed him and turned him around. It was like, hey, man.
Don't do me like that, man.
Oh, here it is.
How dare you, man?
Bro,
watch Dyson Daniels' reaction.
Slowly walk up to him, very gently.
Hey, man, what
brother.
are you doing, guy?
Hey, brother, don't do me like that, man.
If you see the up close of this, I don't know if we've got the up close of this. I mean, it is a haymaker clothesline.
Yes.
Dude,
while the guy is in midair and he like hits him on the neck. I'm like, oh my God.
And here's
the other for JBL.
Here's another thing too that the NBA is insanely lucky about too. Because look at where Daniels confronted him. That's a lot of other players in the league, bro. There's no turn around, hey, man, what do you do? There are guys in the league that would run up and just clock him, and now you're in the middle of the crowd.
So anyways, back to the Grizzlies game. Look, the first thing that stands out is Roser having to make a massive apology to Santi Aldama.
I'm sorry.
Start with that, Roser. Apologize to Seven, bro.
You know what, Santi?
Slim God himself.
I still don't believe. Why don't you go do it again Friday night?
Stop.
Why don't you go do it again Friday night?
He did it all preseason, bro.
I want him to do
Did
it
you
again
see
Friday
that?
night. It helps us.
Did you see that tweet that was floating around last night?
Which one?
That Santi Aldama is 3 months older than Dalton Connect?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's 23.
Yeah, I saw that, John.
I was like, was that true?
Look at that boy.
I was like, is that true? Santi Aldama was out of his mind last night. It was great.
That is the most points by a Grizzly player in an away game in a season opener since they moved here. Shout out my boy, Sean Coleman, on that stat.
And I will,
the most ever by a Grizzly player.
So
in an away game.
I got one last night. Hold on.
He also, for us last night, like especially the second half, we could not grab a rebound to save our life, and he grabbed the biggest rebound of the game, and it was that offensive rebound. It was the biggest one of the game.
So because do you know?
Yeah.
And you know how much I resent the Vancouver stats being involved.
You hate those stats.
And so you put in in a Memphis Grizzlies uniform because you know who holds the record? It's from Ross Wooden.
Greg Anthony.
Oh, yeah, no.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
1995 at Portland.
Yep.
Benoit Benjamin.
Who the hell is Benoit Benjamin?
Benoit Benjamin.
Come on, the great. You don't know Benoit Benjamin?
Or 00.
Yeah, you can get a jersey on eBay.
Benoit Benjamin.
Oh, by the way, first time last night, there's going to be a bunch of these like little quick ADD moments for me.
You got a round head.
When I was watching the games last night, the kid from kid that Detroit drafted in the top 10, Ron Holland.
The triple 00.
Yeah, he's wearing 00 and Duran's wearing 0. Yeah. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a 0-0 and a 0
on the same team. That's crazy.
By the way, if you want to get it, you can buy it on eBay. There is a Benoit Benjamin 0-0 Vancouver jersey. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me what a good
See
time.
if you can get it.
Hey, let me get. Hey, somebody downstairs, let me get their card. Let me get that jump for opening night.
Dev, it's one of those old champion jerseys.
Yep.
Where they're like screen printed on, so the numbers and the name on the back they're worn a little bit.
That's right down my alley.
But the front of it looks good. Yeah,
A
the front of
Benoit Benjamin.
It's like $75 or best
Vancouver Grizzlies jersey.
I'm gonna pop out on that, bro.
So there you go. All right, so Roser obviously looks like a complete ass today because of Santi Aldama.
Glad to.
He was hoping.
He was, dude. He was awesome.
Oh,
hey, just
we say he looked good.
Stay
in the
away from the
Olympics.
heems, and we good.
Roser loves this because, hey, every time after he made the first two, every time they threw it out to him on the wing, what was I saying? Why not?
Just keep shooting it.
Why not?
And Roser,
Why not?
Keep shooting it, baby.
Why not? Why not tonight?
Hey man, if he's gonna hit him.
Dan Santi, he posted this morning. They're shooting a documentary about him. So what perfect timing, right?
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Obviously, the backcourt. Bane did not get going until the second half. He had a super uneven first half because he had the 3 fouls. I think he only had 5 at halftime, right? Only had 5 at halftime. Ended up with 24 in the game. And so second half, he was fantastic. And the other thing I think what we noticed last night, it feels like we're going to get a lot of Bane running the show, like kind of directing the offense in the. They're kind of mix and matching him and Morant. And I think this is partly, we saw Bane have so much on his plate last year before his injury as a playmaker and a guy that can kind of just take the ball and then he can either drive and dish or he can drive a kick out or whatever. And so it seems like that's like a big thing now. This is much more. It's much more Dame CJ than maybe in years past, right? Where it's like 2 guys making plays off the bounce. And Bane was great in that second half and had a really good connection with Aldama as well. Both of those guys, right? Like Aldama was just perfect place, perfect time for every Morant and Bane pass, it felt like.
By the way, that lob was crazy he called, bro. The jump he called on the fast break, I don't know if they got it up. But
what was super crazy was Yuki Kawamura after the lob.
The razor roof?
Yeah.
Y'all got that downstairs?
We'll give you the full playoffs, the full highlight package. Jessica Benson, who does the brilliant Jessica Benson show every morning starting at 8 o'clock here on Grind City Media. She is a TV anchor by trade.
Yeah, she is.
She is.
And so if there is anybody in the world,
and you can see when she does this, how she loves it,
that knows how to put together a highlight package and narrate it, it's Jessica Benson. Here's last night's highlights.
You can't go 82-0 if you don't go 1-0. If you know, you know. Grizzlies Jazz last night in Salt Lake City. Let's hit the highlights, starting with a little Yuki dap. It's the only way. First Grizzlies bucket of the season. These are the Zach Edey screens you signed up for. Ja Morant and one, just like it's supposed to look. Or it can look like this. Ja to the rim. BFG energy on the cleanup. Edey's first NBA bucket. Grizzlies' other rookie was first off the bench, and the very first touch for Jalen Wells is a 3. Of course, felt like every touch for Santi Aldama was a 3 in the first quarter. A slim Spain with 3 of his 5 triples coming early for the Grizz. Rotation deep because that altitude makes it harder and harder to breathe, but the Grizz don't puff. They just huff. J-Huff hooping on both ends. From top of the key, then Jazz in transition. He'll blow your house down. Grizzlies led by 11 at the break. Jazz keeping it close. Ja Vision 2020. Bane in the corner from 3. It's easy money. Best backcourt in the NBA is back. You can fight me. Grizzlies forced 17 turnovers last night. Marcus Smart and Bane here. Santi Aldama starts the break a 2-on-1. That's bad news for the one. Unless it's the one-handed from Santi. Yuki Kawamura is all of us. Santi like, OMG, this angle is everything. The Ricky Bobby Grizzlies want to go fast. This Desmond Bane spin so nice it glitched the Matrix. Another Santi, did you see me in the Olympics? Aldama, 27 points from him last night. And the first time since January, we all got to sit down, not in front of the fire because it's 80 degrees in October, but we got to sit down together and watch Ja Morant, 3-point game in the final minute. No spoilers, you know the words to this song. Call him, beep him if you want to reach him. Ja is back, 22 points, 10 assists to start the season. Grizz win, 126-124.
Hey! That move to win the game was absolutely ridiculous. And the other thing is, as you're watching the highlights, you go, bro, what is this going to look like with Jaren? Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about J Huff.
The Grizzlies don't puff. They huff.
Huff, pass.
I mean, the second three, off the couch.
For real?
Oh, off the couch. Yeah, I'm like, yo, feed Huff.
Yeah, bro.
Feed Huff.
He was hooping.
Oh, and then they had like major, had the block and then the three on the other end. And I mean, I think that virtually anybody that's been watching him, of course, he lit our ass up in Summer League.
He did.
And then we signed him, right? And famously, Roser and I spent a fortune on a box of basketball cards 2 years ago, and you got a guaranteed autograph, guaranteed autographs in the box. And when I opened it, one of the guaranteed autographs in the box was J Huff, and I was so mad.
And I texted you last night.
Who is J Huff? And then we joked because he won G League Defensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. So J Huff is actually, only because of this box of cards that we bought, he's been a topic already with us because I have this card, and then he won G League Defensive Player of the Year. And so I texted, me and him and our other buddy, Tony, split the box, and we've got this J Huff autograph, and when J Huff won Defensive Rookie of the Year or Defensive Player of the Year in the G League, I was over the moon. I'm like, oh, this isn't just a dead card. This isn't just this guy's.
It's legitimate.
This guy's got a chance. So he won that Defensive Player of the Year, and then we play him in Summer League. He lights up the Grizzlies, and then you watch him last night, and it is one of those. I think there's going to be a whole lot of people this year that watch it, and you're like, why is this guy not in the NBA? Why wasn't he already in the NBA? He's 7 foot. He plays defense, and he hits threes.
Shoots threes.
Like that's literally what every team wants. It's what every team wants. Yeah. What is there? Like, he does it all.
Why is Sam Hauser in the league and he's not?
Right. Luke Cornett.
They didn't have enough room for him, bro. The Celtics didn't have enough room for J Huff. He got too much sauce. Bro.
I can't believe.
Odd.
You know
Shout
that.
out J-Huff,
You
man.
know. With all that crap the Jazz have on their team, you know Utah.
They had to be incensed.
Oh, they were so mad. They didn't know who to root for.
I guarantee you the fans, it was the topic on their post-game call-in show.
J-Huff.
Why don't we have Huff?
Why don't we have J-Huff?
Huff pass, man.
That's right. So he was great. Obviously, Ja at the end. Loved the Scottie Pippen Jr. defense.
Yes.
Like a lot of pressure.
Man.
A lot of pressure. And they put a lot of pressure on the ball full court to make people get into their offense.
Ja
in an uncomfortable way.
Ja too. Like you mentioned Pippen. Ja was on the ball trying to, you know what I'm saying? Play good on ball defense.
All right. And then on the man side of things.
Oh, no. You're already to the man?
All right. Tell me. All right. What else is great that I did not
No,
mention?
never mind. I'm just trying to
go
make sure.
ahead.
No, you got it.
What's great?
No, just the dub, actually, but continue.
Is there anything else super positive that I missed?
I like the movement. Other than the turnovers, the movement of them I like the movement of the offense.
If there's anything, it's overpassing. Yeah. But I will say, watching them versus I watched a lot of games last night. They pass so much more.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They pass.
They do.
A lot of
they pass. If it's anything, it's overpassing.
A lot more players touch the rock for the Grizzlies than
they do.
You know. In
the ball moves.
Because I watched some games too, and it was a lot of just whoever's at the top, hot pick and roll. If somebody comes up, I'll swing it. If nobody comes up, I'm just gonna drive. But the Grizzlies, it's a lot of
a lot of movement, a lot of passing,
yeah, I like
and
that.
it's still uneven just because they're just getting used to it. The other thing is, do you think it's random that we hired the most amazing genius, the wonderkind, from where? European basketball, and who benefits the most?
Santi!
The European. This is his basketball.
Yeah, this is what he. This is
You're putting Santi Aldama into his. This is the basketball he knows.
Yeah. You know who wishes he could play with us right now? Because he always talked about playing basketball the right way.
Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol. He would be like. He's like. This is what I like to see.
This is more European.
Yeah. what I'm saying? Like, I love, like, I know I mentioned this before, Ja off the ball is probably one of the most deadliest people in the world. Because
he's also on the ball.
Yes.
The most deadly.
Yes.
Who can guard him?
Him.
Dude, he made some.
Only person on this earth that can guard Ja Morant is him.
Probably his
injuries.
dad probably thinks he can.
T definitely thinks he can guard it. By the way, you see he's doing a pop-up tomorrow? Like a pop-up this
Who
weekend?
is? T. Morant?
12 is.
Oh, I thought you said.
It says Snowden. It says Snowden School. Apparently, Nike's doing a pop-up.
What?
Let me see. Give me 1 second.
Tomorrow?
Hold on. Let me look at his Instagram.
They're in
again.
Houston.
Let me make sure I'm not tweaking. Hold on.
Yeah, you're tweaking.
Ja Morant, the Get Up, a Memphis basketball showcase and community block party, Snowden School, October 27th. My bad. I jumped again.
Yeah, so that's at Sunday.
Yeah, October 27th. He's doing a block party at Memphis basketball showcase.
That makes sense because that'll be the day off between
The
Saturday
home
and
opener.
Monday.
Yeah, Saturday and Monday games, yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I jumped the gun on that. I didn't check the right
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually
Shout
really
out
cool.
Nike, man.
All right. There's going to be a Nike pop-up with Morant?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. People saying that.
Snowden's the one over there by Rhodes.
Yeah.
Right?
Right there
Yeah.
across the street there. Yeah.
My wife used to teach there years and years ago.
Great school.
Yeah. Anyways,
go to your man section. My bad. I messed that up.
I mean, do we want to have a dialogue?
Who are we having a dialogue about?
Dialogue time?
Who are we having a dialogue about?
Are you ready to talk about Edey? Or are we talking about Brandon?
No, we're not talking about Edey because
Are we talking about Brandon?
every rookie had a shit night last night.
We can talk about Brandon.
I would go down. Zachary Shea,
Edey
7
is-
points, 2 for 8.
Edey's fine. I
Ron
think Edey will be
Holland,
fine.
6 points, 2 for 6.
Everybody wants to talk about overreacting until it's time to overreact.
No, we have legitimate numbers to not overreact to.
Everybody wants to talk about overreacting.
Why does he want to
until
overreact?
it's time to overreact?
No, we're fine.
Overreacting. You can talk. You
No,
It's
no,
Reed
no,
Shepherd.
I'm just checking here. Everybody wants to talk about overreacting
wait.
until it's time to overreact, and then everybody turns soft.
Yeah. Hey, you're
I see
beloved.
it. So you only want to overreact to the good.
No.
We overreact to everything.
No, your beloved Reed Shepherd, right? Also,
We're not talking about other players.
we're talking about rookies as a
Why
whole.
are we bringing up other players?
because they're
We
rookies.
will talk about it. Let's talk about it.
We're the rookies.
It looked way too fast for him.
Yes, it was rookies
It looked
playing
too
the first
fast.
game. Reed-
Hold on. We're not talking about other players.
Yeah, I'm talking about Edey.
You talking about
I'm
Edey, right?
It looked too fast for him.
You talking about Edey, right?
His sixth foul was
Let's have a
despicable.
dialogue.
About what?
Yeah. His sixth foul was bad. Like, dude, that the ball is the rim. You have to grab that rebound, and he doesn't. And not only does he not grab the rebound, he then picks up his sixth foul on the player for the Jazz who grabbed the rebound, which was Mark and
What do you want to have a dialogue about?
One of those tall white guys.
What do you want to do? Look, I have numbers to tell you that we should not be having a dialogue. Only rookie that scored 10 points or more last night was Yeez Missy, so we're fine.
I am unconcerned with all the other rookies.
They're rookies, bro.
No.
It's their first game on the big stage, bro.
I think he is going to.
He's going to
it's
learn.
Summer league speed, preseason speed, regular season
It's
speed
different.
are different things. He's going to have to adapt to that.
Also, Walker Kessler wanted to get it back in blood. You could tell. He was like, this dude boned me in the summer league. I'm trying to get it back in blood.
Were there times you watched it and you thought, get out of the way?
No.
For sure there were times.
Just you.
Bro.
Just you. I never want 14 to get out of the way, bro.
Yes, you do. Especially when you have 12.
I just wanted to run a little bit faster.
That's
man.
where it's going to be interesting because this is a thing, that Indiana preseason game. He came off the bench. He came
Look,
off the
bro.
bench
He said
in
it-
that game.
he
And
was
it's like,
saying
I'm
the-
not saying you already got to bring him off the bench, but like, Chris, as you talked about, Ja, Dez, Jaren. Those are your three options, and those guys can shoot the ball whenever the hell they want.
Bro.
Dude, you're talking like your fourth, fifth option if he's starting.
You got to rebound the ball. You got to protect the rim. Bro, they were lobbing over his head.
Yeah, I did text y'all.
Shut up.
They did do 3 lobs right behind his head.
And
I
he's
was
Like, bro, all you do is stand in front of the basket.
Like he's
Turn
got
around.
He's got to get.
I mean, what are we doing? Turn around. They're dunking behind you.
Turn around.
Every now and there's another dunk on my head, and I never go in that. Turn around.
I'm not gonna lie. I did text y'all. I text y'all in the second quarter and said,
I'm like, how is it? How are they just running straight lobs from the corner?
I said, why they keep dunking the ball, and he's on the court. He's standing right there.
Right, you're right there.
There was like 3 of them.
Turn around, my guy.
Yeah, like
it happened. It happened 3 times.
you
bro.
could see.
This
Ja,
is where I was like, bro, we need Jaren.
But I'm telling you, Walker
We need Jaren.
Walker wanted to get it back in
that
blood,
right
bro.
there. That right there. Like, dude, you got to be stronger.
Walker wanted to get it back
You got to be
in
stronger
blood, bro.
right there. This is Ja talk. You saw Ja was coaching Edey up.
Give me these
several
J Huff
times during that
highlights.
game trying to tell him stuff.
J Huff is okay.
Bro, he got lobbed on too.
What? Wait, he was defending.
Go run it back. Run it back. Come on, downstairs. Run it back.
Lob.
You think that's his fault on the tag?
Nobody came over. Nobody.
Let
came
me see
over.
this again.
Yeah, nobody came over.
All right, Marcus Smart, what are you doing?
Look.
Yeah, dude. Smart was kind of.
Smart was there.
Smart was
Where?
there. He was there.
Why you helping over so much, bro?
Was where?
Or anybody, that's Ja's fault.
Was where?
If there's anybody, that's Ja's fault.
Bro.
They should have.
Marcus Smart has got to get in shape.
He's got to get in shape. He really looks like the 10, 11-year veteran. Who's
Speaking of huffing and puffing.
This is an 82-game season.
Huff up pass.
You don't want, do we get to overreact or not? Just for the positive.
Keep overreacting. Keep going.
Go.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Marcus. Like, where was all the Marcus dog stuff? The only time I saw it was like with the game on the line. He had the
little spin move.
And he also did the old man bodied Cody Williams into the 3rd row and laid it in.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he is real LA Fitness 35-year-old up league Marcus right now.
He's just got to get in shape.
I know.
He's got to get in
That's
shape.
what it feels like, right?
Post you up from all the way from the.
Especially when we're trying to play a super. This is way
He
faster
gonna walk you all the way
than we've
down.
ever
But like,
played.
yeah, we need you to come on, get up and down the court.
And Marcus, look,
Let's run up and down the court. The few buckets were just the old man. I mean, they were the most old man things I've ever seen in my life.
He would not have passed the Miami Heat conditioning.
No.
The Miami Heat conditioning.
No. He just got to get in shape, bro. You can tell. And look, guys, you had a summer where this guy has gone in the last year. He's had the injury. He's been married. He's got a kid now, a newborn.
His homeboys won a championship.
I got it. I got it.
He was.
I would have drank all summer. If all my old teammates won a title and my wife was pregnant, buddy, you'd had to find me on the curb. So I'm not dogging him out.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a pass. I know.
He's probably like living in his.
I'm giving him a pass. I'm telling you, life sucks.
He's probably living in his pool house. Like,
this wasn't a fun summer, bro. This wasn't a fun summer.
My girl's going through it, man. It's all right, Marcus, bro. You'll be all right. But
You'll
who
be
else
fine.
I already know you're finna add one more person to that list. Go ahead.
ahead.
Say it. Go ahead. And say
No,
it.
you go ahead.
I know who you're gonna say, bro.
Why? Wait, don't be scared.
Rosa, you want to say it? You want to say it so I don't have to?
What, overreacting?
Yeah, say it so I don't have to.
I don't know if it's Brandon. Like, the question we asked yesterday, and you said Brandon. I said more minutes per game. Santi or Brandon for the season.
He's got to stay within 10 feet of the basket.
If they're going to
Bro,
shoot
when Pete Pranica says that's not his game.
And he said it in like the nicest way possible. That's not his game. We really got to get him around the rim. I was like, ooh.
If they're going to shoot this many threes,
that is not his game.
That is not his game.
Bro.
If they're going to shoot this
I love
many
you, BC,
threes,
man.
Like, that's not his game.
I need BC to get to the floaty, bro. He got a floaty block yesterday. I've never seen him get a floater blocked in my life. I've never seen that happen. Unless he made that one. But he got tried to give it to it one time, and they just like.
That was Kessler.
Yeah.
He made him look small.
I ain't never
That's
seen
the one
no
highlight
BC
he
floater
had.
get
He was
blocked
1
before.
of 5. That's the one highlight.
That's messed up, bro.
It's true.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do BC like that, bro.
He had 3 rebounds, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how you feel about that? How you feel about BC? How you feel?
Why are you laughing?
Because
You
I want
told me
to
not to laugh.
I
Why
want
are
to hear
you
what he's gonna say
laughing?
because he's looking at me like he wants to say something.
What?
What does this dude want me to say?
You do look like you
He
do.
wants to
like,
say something.
What does he want? What do you want me to say?
You want to say he was getting cardio?
What?
LA Fitness? Tony
It
Snell?
sounds like you want me to say what you think.
No.
I'm a Brandon guy.
I am too.
But I wasn't on those threes. Oh my God. Yeah. He would us. That's where Tony would yell at the other team. He would us.
Yeah. Hey, he shot them jumps.
Bro, they're going to be running away from him like he's diseased.
Damn.
If they see those highlights, they'll be like, all right. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go off. Go off, King.
Go off, King.
One of these nights he's going to make a couple.
Yeah, it's like he made a couple in the preseason.
I doubt it. He's probably not going to
make it. Just wait till we have the five
every
Brandon Clarke
10 games.
Bro, all right. Can I just explain something to you?
He's not making 5
The absolute worst thing that could ever happen is him make a couple.
I know. We will never see him in the paint again. He will be on a 2-on-1 break, and he'll veer to the corner.
He's not above the rim anymore,
that happens,
though.
bro, I'm
but
gonna shed a tear.
Hey, in fairness, he has to be able to shoot.
He does.
Because he's not above the rim anymore.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not above the rim anymore.
He gets to the rim, but he's not above the rim no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's at the rim. Like, he used to be like
no, he's in that mid-range.
Yeah.
Like that is. But here's the issue, right? Brandon Clarke has always been like he was always a massive lob threat. So right, he's the kind of guy that you could do the Aaron Gordon dunker spot thing with, and is a huge problem on that front. Because he created that kind of mismatch where it was like for your 4, he was too quick for your center. And your 4, he could out jump like those guys.
Yeah.
And like the face-up guys, he's strong for against 4s. But if you now have, you got to view this through you've got to view this like you're looking at a scouting report. And it's like, okay, the 6-foot floater, right?
Yeah.
That's what we have to take away. Okay, so let's just say you take away the 6-foot floater. Now what? That's the concern I have.
Yeah.
You take away,
because I feel like the answer was always he's still flying up and down the court. He was one of the fastest guys on the court. He was one of the most athletic guys on the court. And he's also a guy that, like, how many times do we remember the glory the Tyus Jones, DeAnthony Melton, Kyle Anderson bench days, and they were just flying up and down the court.
Yeah.
And he's not flying up and down the court, and he's not leaping over people.
Yeah.
And so it's like I love and I do think it's still such an awkward game that it pays off, but an inability not to be able to make a shot is a big problem.
Yeah, I want to see him.
Right? Because look, dude, we're what, 6 years in?
Yeah, he's 6 years.
Okay, and it looked as bad as it ever has last night.
The jumper
I'll
or
never
the
understand the first year.
Oh,
where he like
was knocking
fixed
down
his shot.
trades. Yeah, he knocking down trades his first
You
year.
remember by the time we went to the bubble?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
That bubble play-in game? He made what, 4 or 5? Well, you can go back and look, the Portland game.
Got you. Hold on, give me a second.
They lost to Portland, right? It was in the bubble, and he was knocking down threes in the bubble. Like, we saw it, and it looked fine.
Yeah. Let me go back.
In fairness, the bubble's like 5 years ago now.
You said that was 2021, right?
Huh?
The bubble year was 2021.
Is that right?
No, that's not right.
We lost. It was 1920. We lost 140 to 135 in overtime. Brandon.
He hit 4 threes, 4 or 5 and 3.
I mean, I'm Babar. I am Babar.
Yeah, you got great memory, bro. That's good. I want to see him with. I will say this: like BC did not look good last night. Like I said, he looked very cardio is, but I want to see him with Jaren because we always say
right.
He plays so much better when Jaren's on the court.
Also, I want to see Edey with Jared.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I want
the
to see them
Edey
with the
thing
big
is
dog.
like those lobs.
Yeah.
I mean, you look. Santi is 1/50th the defender that Jaren is.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It creates a whole different dynamic. It creates a whole different dynamic on both ends of the court. It just does. Yeah, when you've got Jaren Jackson Jr., right? But Santi Aldama, as a spacing guy, if he can knock down, let's just say Santi can shoot a decently high percentage from 3. Holy mackerel. What did he shoot last year? Was he over
33%? If that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
He
think
might-
So he was not.
he was low 30s.
He was not high 30s.
He was not
Yes,
at
yeah,
all.
gotcha.
He might have been even less than that.
He was.
Oh, he was 35. He was
35%.
35. He was 35 last year.
But it feels like he's shooting like high clip right
But
now.
if he gets that thing to 38, that's a different player. Because he's going to shoot. I mean, those shots are available.
So he's been 35 each of the last 2 seasons, but the volume went up. He was 22-23. He was 35% on 3.5 attempts a game. Last year, he was 35% on 5 attempts a game.
The other thing is him running the baseline on those where Ja hangs in the air for an hour.
Yes.
I loved it.
And almost travels every time. It freaks me out. He's like almost about to travel, and then he just gets rid of it at the last second.
I don't know how you stay in the air that long.
I've not seen the commercial was accurate. You see that Nike commercial?
Yeah.
You just
I
float
get
it.
up.
It's real life. I've not seen us just on the offense part. We haven't used the dunker spot last night more than I've ever seen us use it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of those, like Santi was like he's flaring out for the 3 though.
Yeah.
He's all the way out at the 3-point line, but a lot of those and part of that was they had some guys down there, right? Kessler's a big guy.
Big dogs,
But I just thought, man, it gets awfully crowded down there. How many times? I mean, Ja had to finish everything in a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. And that's the spacing difference. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On the Edey front, Edey's got to figure out where to be able to create those lanes for Morant.
The Gortat screens.
Yeah.
He did it on one possession, and I got super excited. Because Ja drove and he kind of like shielded 2 players off, and Ja just
perfect.
I was like, he's teaching you the Gortat screen. Thank God.
Yes.
Then the other time he was just like,
and he'll start to learn. The 6 fouls is crazy. I think they said he never fouled out of a game in college or whatever.
He was
he
just,
never foul out.
They told him to don't play defense in college.
But he fouled out. But he fouled out in 14 minutes.
He's the karate chopping, bro. Chopping the shit out of people.
Bro,
they're hacking, man.
If there's anybody that's the player of the game that we owe that game to, it's Keontae George.
Bro, the James
3 for 18 is outrageous.
Chucker.
The fact that he takes more shots than Lauri Markkanen is appalling.
Bro, he was chucking.
Yeah, I think the
he also looks like I don't want to.
Go ahead and say it.
He looks like an oversized child. He does. He looks like
super small, like super young in the face, but he's like 6'1".
Like if he was shrunk, he could be one of in my daughter's grade. He has
like a child.
He in the same science class as William.
Yes.
He's like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but like in the face, like in the face, yeah. Like those little filters on Snapchat, which is like permanent.
Where they make you look the baby face. That's what he looks like. I'm like, bro, you look like an oversized baby.
Hey, he hooped like one too. Look at this man. That boy he missing everything.
Hey, what
bro.
the hell was going on with him running into Taylor Jenkins and Taylor getting so mad about it? That was so weird.
That was weird.
He challenged it. Did Taylor Jenkins? He didn't have to use a challenge, but he made them look at it.
Yeah, made him review it to see if he was like
and that was pretty. I think that was
hostile act.
Yeah, I think that was pretty embarrassing. Honestly, for them to review that and then to announce over the thing that, like, actually, this is no big deal at all. This guy's being sensitive. I was like, okay.
Because they said
he's so high strung, Taylor. I know your guys gave up a couple buckets, but I mean, do you really think this guy was like trying to punk you?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Keontae George, he couldn't get his big baby head out of the way.
To be fair to Taylor's word, he said he did it one time. And he thought it was a mistake. Then he did it again. It was like, yo, what the hell?
But what does he think he's doing? Trying to punk him?
Give him a little.
Keontae George trying to give him a forearm shiver?
Yeah.
Well, and then they showed the replay and it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that was hilarious about last night's game was there were 70,000 free throws. There was 1 million fouls. And I thought for sure Santi fouled Lauri Markkanen on that
I thought that's what they were
play
going to do.
where he bumped him.
Oh, yeah.
When they challenged
I'm
it.
like, what?
When they challenged
That
that,
was
I
crazy.
was like, oh God, it's off of marketing, but they're going to overturn this and say Santi, but they're going to say Santi fouled him, so now it's a foul on Santi, and marketing goes to the line.
And they said that's a new rule this year, that if they look at it and they see a foul,
they can determine that the foul, they can determine and call it a foul, and then
Let me tell you
marketing
who
would have
needed
gone to the
that.
free throw line.
Who needed that was the damn WNBA. And if they look at it,
with
they could
Stewie.
call two travels on Breonna Stewart.
Yeah, they're having a parade right now.
The Liberty are?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And all these, it would have sent marketing to the line because that's what that game needed was more free
I don't
throws.
I don't need any more free throws.
But the irony of that was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The irony of there's a foul every possession of this game, and now Santi Aldama just body checked Laurie Markkinen, and he dribbles the ball out of bounds, and they challenge it, and they give us the ball. I was like,
It actually
looked out for us, bro.
It set an NBA record.
He was ready to go home.
James Williams was ready to go
He's
home.
ready to go
Both
home,
teams
bro.
were in the penalty on average with the 9-minute mark left in each quarter.
Oh my God!
I don't know. I just made that up, but
By
it
the way,
felt like it.
I did not realize that
It felt like
Patty Mills is still in the league until last night.
Yeah, so Patty Mills, this is when you might need to hang it up, man. I saw Patty Mills when he was like going to the bench. Utah made a run.
Bro, you ain't lying, bro. That man did not record a stat. He recorded 2 fouls.
He didn't. It's like he was going to the bench one time and they made a run. He's like, yeah, getting fired up. And I'm like, Patty Mills is in the game?
Bro, he scored.
Bro, he played 16 minutes and didn't take a shot. If you play 16 minutes for the Jazz and you can't get a shot up,
yeah, it's tough.
he might have been on the court with Keontae George.
Cody Williams
swing.
Cody Williams played 19 and didn't shoot the ball.
So they were on the court with
He's
Keontae.
like, I'm saving my FGA for a special moment.
No, they were on the court with Keontae George.
My girl couldn't make it to the game, so I ain't gonna shoot tonight. I ain't gonna shoot tonight.
He's waiting until he plays the Thunder.
Yeah,
Him and his brother are going to find a
He's
way
like,
to
no, I'm good.
shoot on back-to-back.
By the way, bro, Ja robbed him on that steal, and I think like us as people that watch Ja a lot, the stuff he does is ridiculous. Him stealing the ball with his left hand,
oh, that's crazy.
Cuffing that jump with the left hand, and I was like, okay, bro, that is y'all try to do that on a basketball court.
So I was actually talking when I tweeted out the video last night, and I said they will remember rather quickly. I was talking about Ja Morant, and I didn't even want to go back and clarify because inevitably what happened is tons of people start hitting me up like, "Bro, you beat the Jazz. Shut the F up."
They did do that,
and it was like I was talking about Morant. They're like, this guy just takes over.
Yep. We knew what's coming.
We know.
It's clutch time.
Clear out.
Call 12.
You can't guard him. He's going to go get a bucket. That's superstar stuff.
Yeah,
that's what that is. But I didn't feel like being like, hey guys, I'm actually talking about Ja, not the Grizzlies. I'm not that impressed with the 126 to 124 win over the Jazz. Like, what do you? And then the one guy hit me up and he was like, Grizzlies fans are going to be super effing annoying this year, aren't they? And I wanted to say yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Banger!
Banger!
Banger! Banger! Yeah, we finna be annoying as hell. Be ready. Yeah, Yuki!
All right, dude.
Yeah!
All right, who taught Yuki to raise the roof?
Ja.
He's done it now 3 times.
So Dev and I talked about this, and we said Ja is starting at it's like he's giving him a history lesson.
Look at this.
In the culture.
That is after the Santi Aldama alley-oop.
And then he did it after a free throw too. At the end of the game, when Dez hit the free throws, they cut to Yuki. He's like doing this.
Yuki is the most important thing in the world.
Yeah, he is.
We protect Yuki at all costs.
Here's the other thing: why are they making him sit on the second row with the bench, bro? Like he can't.
Get Yuki a front row seat, bro.
Come on, bro. Let Yuki watch.
Let him sit on someone's shoulders at least.
Did you say Yuki stood up the whole game?
on his chair.
He wondered why Yuki keep raising the roof because he can't see shit. Like, damn, bro.
You said they molded Yuki for a pop, and it was full size.
Bro, that guy, come on, bro. Get Yuki on the front row, bro. Enough quarter zips on the front row to get Yuki a seat, man. Hey, I'm just telling y'all how long.
You had put Yuki on the second row, bro.
He's just like sitting there with his Grizzly warm-up on. I love Yuki, man.
He's jumping up and down because he can't see. He's trying to see over everything.
He said, raise the roof.
Raise the roof.
Hey, that girl behind him was like, down in front.
Shout out Yuki,
Hey, Yuki turned around and said, I'm on the team. She said, down in front. He said, I'm on the team.
Oh,
she said, the hell you are.
You bought that warm-up from Fanatics.
Yeah, shut up, man. You're a trainer.
Hey, bro, shout out Yuki, man. Hey, how long it take from? Because we saw the Ja video after the game.
Okay,
Yuki,
yeah, this is after the game. John Morant posted getting on the bus and tweeted out there, Instagram storied that it was his first game with Yuki. Obviously.
Yes, sir, Preston. He learning way too much, bro. Yuki. The hand stuff.
Yes, sir, Preston.
What does he say?
Yes, sir, first dub.
Oh, first dub.
Yes, sir, first dub.
And he's holding up the W.
So this is what I told
Okay.
Zeb. I said, I think Ja is literally like giving him a history lesson in the culture. And he's starting with raise the roof is where this
That's
guy
where it started.
It's where it started.
He's going to do the cabbage patch next.
He's going to be
He grittied at the rookie the rookie introduction.
He'll Millie Rock at some point.
He's going to do the cabbage patch. He's going to do the little sprinkler. He's going to go through all the dances.
He's going to Dougie at some point.
Yeah.
We need Yuki to Dougie.
Oh, we definitely need Yuki.
Look, we don't want Ja Morant Instagram stories in a club, but
if he's with Yuki, I think we should accept it.
I mean,
can we get that to Beyond Grid?
If we can get Yuki to swag surf, can we get Yuki to swag surf?
Dude.
Teach him how
Devin said that Ja's gonna buy him like a diamond encrusted Yuki chain.
They go to Houston.
He has to.
They're into Houston.
They're going to Johnny Dang probably today.
Has to.
They're going to Ja. Take him to Johnny Dang today. We need a Yuki.
What the Yuki grill?
With the Yuki grill.
Yeah.
Either one. I need him to come back this weekend. Either with a Yuki grill.
Yuki. Hey, when I saw Yuki raising the roof after Santi Aldama's dunk, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be
amazing.
Be the best." These reactions, because he is lit.
He's the most excited person on the bench.
You see him jumping up and down. He was so excited, bro.
First dub.
Shout out, man.
So
Yuki,
excited.
Man.
That's so good.
I wish we could do a live vlog with Yuki.
Oh.
Because like the things he's learning, like he learned who did he learn type shit from?
I don't know.
I think Ja taught him that though. I think Ja taught him type
Lang
shit.
was telling me this morning. Somebody that told him that Huff is actually like basically his translator. In practice.
Is that right?
They're like, does Huff know Japanese? He said, absolutely not. but
he's funny.
I guess he leans on him because Huff is also a two-way player.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what am I supposed to be doing? What's he exactly saying to try to communicate some things to him? Yeah.
Man.
That he leans on Huff.
Shout out Yuki,
That
man.
needs to be.
It would be awesome if J Huff knew Japanese.
It'd be incredible if J Huff knew.
Would you be surprised?
I mean, he went to Virginia.
I think I would not
Probably
be
a
surprised.
smart guy.
Yeah.
So he's a big sneaker
Unicorn, man.
Who is? J Huff is?
Big sneaker guy.
And his wife.
Big.
Which is odd because guys that are that tall, it's hard to be sneakerheads because they never have your size.
So his wife does customs.
She got small feet or something?
His wife does custom stuff. His wife's like, it's like her thing. She does like
custom shoes.
You send her like Air Force One, she'll paint them for you like certain ways.
J Huff's wife.
Yeah.
Does she have like a business?
Lang was telling me about it. She did ones for
Wait, does she have like
who's
a
going
business?
in the Hall of Fame? Who's
Vince
going in
Carter?
No, the Football Hall of Fame. Who's about to go in?
About to go in. They do that. They do that before the season in August.
Yeah. Whose did she do?
Hold on, let me see.
Darrell Revis?
J Huff.
No.
Isn't he going in the Hall of Fame, or am I making that up?
Give me a second, bro. I can try to find out real quick. Give me a second.
Does she have her own business or something?
Shoot.
I don't know if she does it as a business or she just does. Yeah, I mean, I guess she does.
Let me see. We can do this real quick. Yeah, custom. She does. LindsayHuff.com. Custom shoes.
How cool is that?
Yeah, she does. She done something for the Las Vegas Knights. She's done stuff for different people. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
You can Yeah, there you go. That's her stuff.
You learn something new every day, huh?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
You can she paints custom kicks, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, shout out to her, man. She doing her thing. On her website, she got a lot of custom Air Force Ones. She got some custom Virginia shoes. A lot of Air Force Ones on here.
We're gonna have to get some customs.
Oh yeah, we for sure need some customs.
We need to do that. All right.
Shout out J Huff, man.
So anyways,
do your thing, bro.
So anyways, you were saying that he is acting as the liaison to Yuki to get him to learn.
If Taylor tells him something in practice and he doesn't quite understand, like Huff is like, hey, this is what you're.
This whole like road, like all this like live on the road has to be like a new thing for him, right?
Yes.
Like when he goes to Houston, he pops out. It's gonna be like, somebody give me a Yuki vlog, man. I need a Yuki vlog, man.
We do.
Somebody get a camera on Yuki.
Yeah.
Because even Santi last night tweeted in Japanese. You see that?
He did?
Yeah. Like, bro, he is like Yuki is the culture, bro.
He's a phenomenon.
Yeah, bro.
He's a phenomenon.
Yuki mania, man.
Yeah, it's Yuki mania for sure. All right, I watched the team that the Grizzlies are going to play next. The Houston Rockets. I actually watched their game against the Charlotte Hornets last night. I'll get to that and everything else on the other side. Chris Vernon, show.
No, we got to talk about Scottie Pippen Jr. Scottie has inked that contract. He is now officially off the two-way. He is a member of the regular rotation.
Well deserved, from my opinion. Like, he straight up earned this one from all the time put in last season with the injuries to Summer League.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
John Cena was spilling life lessons on this stream, bro. So the best thing I watched all week, John Cena on the Cassinet stream. By the way, he stole your hairdo. You got to make a phone call.
I was about to say, you showed me a little bit of this clip because I saw the messy room, and the only thing I could see is John Cena's hair. I mean, come on, bro.
He stole your bar.
It's
he stole
literally identical.
He stole your flow, bar for bar, word for word.
How is mine more gray than his, though?
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy.
Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping.
It's going to be crazy. The fans are going to be loud. We need just energy.
We're going to need, the form rocking. We're going to need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane 3, yes sir! Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
Congratulations to the Vanderbilt Commodores. They have actually hit the over on their win total for the season. Winning number 3. Their total was 2.5.
Hey, listen. If I had told you Vanderbilt was going to hit the over on their win total against Alabama, you guys would have kicked me off the show.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
I tried to argue that they were going to be bowl eligible.
I said that was good. And they still might not be.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Dinosaur draft.
Give me Littlefoot.
Littlefoot's a great pick
It
in your
is.
alternate
Damn
reality.
right.
in your fake dinosaur draft because
I'm
you don't
sorry.
believe in real
I'm sorry.
dinosaurs. Give me a velociraptor. It's so cute and so scary.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
a real velociraptor.
That's not a chicken.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
At Southland Casino Hotel, it's time to work hard, play hard with our $500,000 giveaway. Earn entries October through November 9th and take home free play and amazing prizes on select Saturdays, including a big rig. Stay connected on social media for weekly drawing clues. Join us November 9th for the grand finale drawing where you could drive off in a four-wheeler, side-by-side, or big rig. Work hard and play harder at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Hot Wheels fans, don't miss the exciting return of Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glow Party at FedEx Forum. Don't miss the world premiere of Scalosaurus. Watch your favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks light up the floor, including Gungster, Bone Shaker, and the legendary Bigfoot. Plus the dazzling dance party, laser light show, and more. And save up to 50% on kids' tickets. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind Hot Wheels experience at FedEx Forum, November 2nd and 3rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
The Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. All right, so the Grizzlies won their opener against the Utah Jazz, and last night there were games that went on all around the NBA. I just fired up League Pass starting at 6 o'clock last night, and the first game that was on was the Detroit Pistons in their game against the Indiana Pacers, and I was watching it, and I was watching the Detroit feed, and it's in like it might have been the first quarter when it happened. The James Wiseman play.
Yeah.
Contact joint. So I happened to be watching, like, it was the first game that was on. I was like, all right, I want to try to see as many of these teams as I possibly can tonight. Yeah. So I was watching the game when it happened, and the analyst for the Pistons, he said it immediately. It reminded me of when KD did it and Reggie Miller said it. You remember that during the finals?
Yeah, he knew it.
And so they have not. I think they've said calf so far or whatever. And so here's hoping that that's what the deal is with Wiseman. But the second it happened, the guy was like, oh, no. He's like, I think he hurt his Achilles. And he said, you'll see, he turns around to look behind him. And everybody always says that it feels like you like got kicked in the back of your leg. And even Jessica Benson, I heard her say this morning, that's what it feels like. It's such an odd feeling, and it feels like somebody just kicked you in the back of the leg. And you turn around to look, and there's nobody there. And Wiseman did that exactly last night. Now, he did not crumble all the way to the ground, but he went over to the bench, and I was like, oh, well, maybe it's not that bad. And then he walked straight back to the locker room. As he's walking to the locker room, he's got a towel in his mouth, and he's biting on it. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, man.
And he was actually playing pretty well. Like, he was pretty active and doing some stuff for Indiana last night in the time. But I happened to be watching when that happened. My heart just broke. I mean, that would be the absolute worst. If you're talking about, you got this opportunity on a good team, you're actually even getting early minutes, and you're playing active, you're playing good. Like, this is actually the perfect team for Wiseman. If he was ever going to become what he's going to become, because they fly up and down the court, and he can do all the long athletic stuff and whatever else. And then to get it ripped away from you that fast.
In game
one. I mean, game one.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was, because, I like a lot of their players. I like JB. I watched that game to root them on. Cade Cunningham, in the third quarter of that game, had 18. Like, he is awesome. And it's just a matter of they've got to get that whole thing like figured out. You could tell they're young. There's some of these guys that are integrating in. I mean, they got some vets that you're like, oh God, like Malik Beasley's there, Tim Hardaway Jr.'s there. They got some other vets that Tobias is there, but they've also got some fun stuff around them. Jalen Duren's got to learn how to play. He doesn't know how to play. Like
he's just doing the super athlete stuff.
Yeah, and then you get to the fourth quarter, and it was like the Pacers treated them like we're a good team and you're a bad team, and so now it's time to turn up. If you look, Pistons were up probably 8 going into the fourth quarter, and then it was like, okay, winning time.
Pacers won the fourth quarter by 15.
And Halliburton was dancing.
Yeah.
And then Halliburton, after the game, he started off doing nothing, and then the second half went off, and then after the game he said, you can blame Steph Curry. Did you guys see this? You guys didn't see this? He said you can blame Steph Curry. He goes, when I was here, when I did all that Olympic stuff, Steph Curry's the one that convinced me that I need to take naps during the day. And he goes, and so I did. And you saw what I looked like in the first half. No more naps for Tyrese.
I was about to say, because he was horrible in the first half.
That's what he said.
Yeah, okay. He was terrible.
No, that's what I'm saying. He blames Curry because he took a nap, and he's like, no more naps.
Yeah, because he hit the shot to sink to
for
clinch
sure.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, anyways, it just felt like a good team that knows how to be a good team, especially down the stretch of a game.
Hey,
and then another team figuring it out.
Tell JB only 5 players are allowed on the court at one time.
I mean, you want to talk about a mess. Putting 6 guys out on the floor. Getting a tech for having 6 on 5. He's trying. He's like, well, we need an advantage. Other ones. I watched Charlotte Houston. I texted you guys. You know how much I love to overreact. So that Charlotte team, I kind of got bullied off by some of my peers about Charlotte after I watched them in person, and I liked them, and I liked the way they interacted with their coach, and I liked the way they interacted with each other. And I was like, man, this team's not going to be bad. They're not going to be terrible.
Stand strong.
And I kind of got bullied off of that.
Stand strong.
And then I'm watching them last night, and juxtaposed versus Houston, bro, the thing with Houston is everybody likes how many guys they got. And one of the problems is for sure how many guys they got. Like, you want to talk about a team, and we'll see what they look like, and maybe there'll be some course correction by the time they play on Friday. And look, I told you, if the Grizzlies come back from this road trip, the first 2 games of the season, 1-1, I'm fine with that, right? 2-0, I'd be ecstatic. 0-2, I'd be depressed, right? But watching Houston last night, bro, you want when you watch them, which I did, and then you watch like the Grizzlies are overpassers, right? And that ball bops around, and everybody feels like they're kind of involved in the game. For the most part, it's just odd fits.
It's
odd fits because, because you've got guys like Fred VanVleet's never been a 10 assist guy. You know what I mean?
He's a
like, that's not the kind of guard he is. Dylan is not a willing passer. And then you've got Şengün is going off, right? And he's a big guy down there going off. But, then the Jabari thing is weird. And then you bring in Tari Eason. It's like, I don't know. There's not like this. We always talk about how guys figure out as the years go on, are you a star or are you a role player, right? Where do I fit in within the context of this team? And the guys that figure out, all right, I'm not one of the guys that takes a lot of shots on this team. I'm not one of the stars. So I am there to enhance the stars. I'm here to keep this ball moving, and I'm here to and right, this is the reason the Kyle Andersons of the world get 15-year careers. It's a reason Garrett Temple is stuck around forever. It's a reason Patty Mills, we watched him last night, right? It's like, they know what they are, bro.
Yep.
And they understand. I don't get to take all these shots. I do think that you have, that's part of an issue, right? It's like, Which of those guys thinks they're going to be a career role player in the NBA?
None of them.
No, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan.
And he doesn't
play
like a role player.
He
Took 6 last night. But he started to take more of a backseat last year. But he never did here. And that was one of my things that I always used to say. It's like, bro, you don't need to be one of the top 3 shot takers on this team.
Yeah,
because you don't shoot a high enough percentage.
I think the biggest thing that they are going to have to figure out, they do have, a lot of guys, but who are their 2 guys? It's Jalen Green and it's Şengün. And they've never shown that they're good together.
Right.
Yeah,
it's been Jalen
tough.
Green blew up at the end of the year last year when Şengün wasn't playing.
They've got a lot of good players though, because I like Thompson too.
I love their team.
Good
like,
players.
It's the fit, and that's the Ime Udoka challenge is getting it all to fit.
But
it's like who's just the dirty work.
Yeah, even Jalen got his bread, and then Jalen didn't have an assist last night. It's like, yo, it's me. Like, I'm doing my thing. I got paid.
There's a lot of.
He's like, I got this, bro.
The role play guys are on the bench.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeff Green and Tate. Those are the guys.
Tyree Easton, like those are the role
And
players.
where does Steve-O fit in that?
They said he's supposed to play Friday.
I know, but he's going to play next to Şengün?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
We'll never get a rebound.
We will
never get a rebound.
He's going to be playing volleyball with us, bro. By the way, I'm kind of worried about Jabari because I feel like
I think it's
since
fit.
we're overreacting. Like I feel like Jabari, like when Paolo and Jabari came out, I thought they were like on the same level.
But that's fit.
You think so?
Yes.
You think Jabari's better than what he's been showing?
For sure.
It's like I feel like Paolo is everything we thought Jabari would be.
I think it's a bad situation.
Okay.
I just don't think it's a good fit. I don't think.
I love Jabari's game.
I mean, I don't think
he'd
be. I don't think at this point he would be Paolo. Like
No.
Paolo looks like one of the 10 best players in the world.
Together, though, they came out together. It was like, yo, Paolo and Jabari. Like
I think Jabari's better than
4.
2 of 7 for 8 points. Yeah, I do believe.
And I'll tell you this: that Charlotte game. I mean, you want to talk about? It was a fun game to watch. They were down 18.
Yeah.
So there are times when the thing I'll say about Houston, when it all is like working, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Because they got good players. You know what it reminded me of a little bit? Pelicans.
Just a bunch of good players.
When the
out there.
Pelicans, when they were cracking, you'd watch them and you'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
Like when it's all working, it's like, Jesus, who am I supposed to guard?
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram's going off, and Zion's going off, and McCollum's going off, and it's like, sheesh. They got a lot of good players on this team, right? And then they bring Trey Murphy off, and he's whack, whack, whack. And it's like, same thing with Houston. When it looks great, it looks great. And then when it goes bad, it looks so disjointed, like it did last night. And Charlotte, you could see them starting to get some confidence, and LaMelo was absolutely awesome. He takes some crazy-ass shots.
He does. A lot of one-leggers.
And I can't love Trey Mann more.
Yeah.
I mean.
Shout out Allen Iverson.
He really does. He's
Allen
doing
Iverson
the whole
more.
Iverson bit. He even crossed the guy over and stepped back three. And the whole Grant Williams experience last night. Grant Williams, made this horrible play. All right. Then makes a horrible play on defense. Then comes down, gets a they're up 5, okay? The only thing you can't do, all right, I'm trying to guard the three-point line, and there's not enough time left. I need to not let them get 3 points because it's going to be awful hard if they get 2 here, right? And so Jalen Green drives to the basket, and Grant Williams hits him, and it's a 3-point play. So now it's a bucket game. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They coming down the other end. Grant Williams sets an illegal screen. I'm like, bro, make more losing plays. You can't. You can't. You can't make more losing plays. Yeah. So now the game's tied because they come down and score again. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. They come down to the other end. They throw it up to Grant Williams. And, of course, I'm already, yelling about him.
Yeah.
And Williams laughing like crazy. They throw it to Grant Williams, and I'm like, oh, my God. He pump fakes, moves to the side, shoots a 3, bang, hits the 3. They come down the other end. Ball gets squirted away. Şengün, does this horrible open court turnover where he, kind of tries to go behind his back or something. And then anyway, the ball fumbles away. This dude head first, Grant Williams, head first, torpedoes across the ground and corrals the ball. And I'm like, make more winning plays. Like he made, it was
very
the whole,
Dylan-y.
it was.
Very Dylan-y.
Oh, it really was.
Very
Because he
Dylan-y
made the
from
most
him.
losingest plays ever and then made the most winningest plays ever. So now they're up, whatever it is, like 5. This bastard fouls Jabari on a 3.
Yep. Dylan Brooks in the
I'm
flesh.
like, oh my God, this Grant Williams thing is out of control. This is so good. And then finally, they come down and hit some free throws. They come down to the other end. That Charles Lee guy, they go over to the sidelines and they're showing him, and he's like, do not foul. Don't foul. I don't care what you do. Don't foul. Stop. Don't foul. Oh, by the way, also hilarious last night. How about the one drive to the basket in the Grizzlies game? And Jay Huff is standing there like that, and he gets called on the bump on I think it was a Sexton, maybe it was Sexton, one of them, or maybe Keontae George on a missed layup after he went up like that. And did you see Huff turn to the referee? I don't know if it was James Williams or one of the other two, and he goes, "I'm trying not to foul."
Yo, shout out Huff.
It was so good. Jay Huff is standing there with his hands up like this, and he goes, "I'm trying not to foul."
Hey, shout out Jay Huff, man. Teach Zach Edey that.
Shout out Huff.
So good.
Shout out Jay
So
Huff.
good. But anyways, yeah. Charlotte, I don't know, man. They kind of got a little moxie to them. The LaMelo thing is certainly fun.
I love it.
And
I love LaMelo.
The weird thing about the LaMelo, watching it last night,
what happened with Brandon Miller?
he got hurt hip.
Yeah, hip.
Okay.
It was early in the game.
It was in the
too.
second quarter.
Yeah. Hope he's all right, bro, because I think if he can play, he can really be
For sure.
amazing.
Well, and the other thing is, one of the things that you need to be reminded of every once in a while, that it takes place. I'm watching Trey Mann, and he's running around, and he's a little guy, right? Looks like Iverson, right? He's all tatted up, and he's got the big headband and the baggy clothes. And I love him.
He had a FUBU jersey on when he walked in the arena.
He's a bucket.
Shout out Trey
He
Mann.
is a bucket.
Real Lou Williams,
but let me
Jamal
tell you,
Crawfordy.
Let me tell you one of the things that stood out last night when I flipped on that game is you get to that end of that fourth, and so now it's a tight game. These teams are having to get buckets every time, whatever. And you see Van Vliet is the point guard for Houston, right? He's bringing up the ball. And then on the other end, when you see LaMelo walking the ball down, the thing that stands out, because he doesn't play very much with the LaMelo thing.
How tall he is?
Bro,
Yeah.
Towered over Van Vliet. Yeah. Van Vliet looks miniature when he is playing against LaMelo. Yeah. He just looks so much bigger than him. It's crazy.
LaMelo's a legit.
Because they both probably lie about their height.
LaMelo's a legit 6'6".
6'6".
Yeah, LaMelo's legit.
Van Fleet probably
is not 6 foot.
Because Van Fleet is probably like me and
You're right.
Roser's height.
He's probably more like 5'9".
Yes. Van Fleet is a little bitty dude. He's just stocky as hell.
But I mean, when you see them, when it was, everything slows down, right? So it's like point guard on point guard. Yeah. And I'm like, God.
Yeah, Melo legit.
LaMelo is big.
Yeah, he is.
Big dude.
Yeah, LaMelo,
Also,
stamped.
Super good.
Yeah, bro. Look, when he played that one year, bro, he was an all-star.
Yeah, I know.
Like I said, I never forget that photo of him and Ja together in the locker room. He was hooping.
I want them to get that Duke kid back that didn't play, Mark Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they get him back because I don't need to see a lot of Nick Richards.
I'm with you on
I
that.
will say this.
You had a fan of Nick Richards
I'm
basketball?
back on my Hornets stuff though because my guy Eric Collins is on the call.
Oh, he's turned.
Oh my God.
That's if
Hey, dude, last night, who was it? Not Trey Mann. Who was the? Oh, it was Grant Williams hit the big three. I think that's who it was. Yeah. And he was like, Grant Williams, how do you do? Yeah. He always says, how do you do? Yeah. He used to do that with Terry Rozier.
I wish he would come on the show.
Huh?
I wish he would come on the show.
Eric Collins turned us down. Maybe now that they're good, he will.
Yeah,
right?
You don't want to talk about how bad the Hornets are.
Yeah, right. And so, oddly enough, I was flipping around and watching the end of all those other games. I told you I saw the Hawks and the Nets, and I saw the Claxton foul last night. And
What'd you think about P5, bro?
Who?
P5.
P5,
bro. That
What?
dude, he's
Paolo.
He looking
Oh,
real LeBron-y, bro.
God. Dude.
Looking real LeBron-y.
Yeah.
I said
He's
it-
unbelievable.
Bro, that man is
He's unbelievable.
cold.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not
cold.
He's not as fast as LeBron.
Here's the other thing.
He's-
Here's the
but
thing.
he is big.
Hey, here's the other thing, and you got to keep an eye out for this on like the Paolo front. You saw it with like Halliburton last year as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you know how we were talking about Jaren wants to come back and Jaren wants to have this unbelievable season because there's $300-something million on the line.
Yeah.
Paolo needs to make an All-NBA.
Oh.
And if Paolo makes that All-NBA, that contract is insane.
Okay.
Right?
That makes sense, yeah.
If Paolo makes an All-NBA team, KD bar the door. Because now the price of the brick just went up substantially. So I would not be surprised if you see not only is he awesome, but now these guys that want to be consistently awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be there's always going to be a group of those, right? These guys that are in these contract years that have so many hundreds of millions of dollars on the line.
Yeah.
And then there's the others that don't have hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. And now you've got an issue like the NBA does when they're going to look into the Joel Embiid stuff. And look, I don't want to talk about how you fix this or whatever else. I just want to acknowledge how insanely depressing that headline and that story is. And the idea that people are having to have a discussion of, hey, we don't even know what's wrong with him. Like, you're not even telling us what's wrong with it. You're basically just saying, hey, we want this. We know this guy can't play 82 games. Yeah. He doesn't care about playing 82 games because he's already won an MVP. He's already made $500 million. And so, what does he care?
Yeah,
and so,
we're just going to crap on the fans.
Right. And then, it's just I was talking to Jacoby last night, and he's like, 100%, you just had a $77 billion TV contract signed? That's what this is about. $77 billion contract. And he goes, 100%, you've got 2 new TV partners. There will be calls to New York with the way the season. I mean, because, right, Zion was out with a sickness.
With an illness on day one.
And
like,
it's
come
like,
on, bro, what are we doing?
And the other thing is, like, on the Embiid front, it's like that's the product, right? That's what we paid for, is to have these guys playing basketball, right? And so that's fine if you want to do. The teams can do whatever the teams want to do, but that's where the fight's going to be. And what I'm hopeful that the 65 game rule worked. Make no mistake about that. It did.
Mm-hmm.
Guys played more games than they have played before. And there's no question that guys intentionally played more games. Right? That might have said that. I mean, you had LeBron and AD play more games than they've played in years, right? There's all kinds of guys around the league. Halliburton should not have, but he wanted to make that All-NBA team, so he did. So that incentivized guys to play. There's no question about that, right? That if you can't hit this number, then you're ineligible for this stuff. That is a real motivator, right? To be able to play. But the one thing I do worry about, and that I'm hopeful is not the case, is that you sign that TV deal. And so all of this stuff was all kind of at the mercy of, hey, we're trying to get a new TV deal done. And so now the TV deal's done. And so now the players, again, are like, okay. And because they just don't, like, I don't know how you get it back because the cat's so far out of the bag. But Silver's got to be able to, like, command their respect. He has to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you have to fear him like David Stern, but they can't run over him.
Yeah.
Like, and to me, everybody knew that was the biggest crotch grab, Marshawn Lynch style in the world at him from all of your best players when he sat them all down and asked them to care about the All-Star game, and then they made the biggest mockery of it ever.
Yes.
I mean, that's like, hey, nobody talk, and then you come back in the room and everybody's standing on the desks throwing spitballs at each other.
Like
it's like,
cross chopping.
Okay, you just don't, you just don't, like, bro, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried to be cool. And so I don't know how you go from, right? Because he keeps on making the money because he's a good deal maker.
Yeah.
He keeps on making the money, and the money keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But they implemented that, and I don't know what the next step, and maybe it is just saying, hey, we'll investigate you. Because it is appalling that you can come out and just say, hey, yeah, maintenance, he's not, he's ramping back up. Ramping back up from what?
From what, yeah.
From what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Is your knee hurt?
Is it from the Olympics? Where is it from?
Like, there has to be a clarity to this.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Okay, you're hurt. What? What's hurt? Right?
They ain't really saying, bro. Just
Like,
saying.
they do that in every other sport.
Yeah.
They say, hey, like, say it's Chris Godwin. They'll say, hey, Chris Godwin is ramping up for a return post, his Achilles injury or whatever it may be, or whatever the case may be. Like, there's constant updates as to, hey, like, Christian McCaffrey's out, right?
Yeah.
Everybody under the sun knows why Christian McCaffrey's out. Though they weren't clear about it at first, now we know. Like, the reason he's not playing is because of this. The idea that you could just not play and not tell anybody why you're not playing is kind of wild. Just say you're hurt then. Say you're hurt.
Yeah.
The other thing too is that I feel like maybe this is just me, and maybe it's not everybody else. I feel like the difference, like when you compare the NBA and the NFL, like the NFL, dude, these guys have minor injuries all the time and they play through it. And I feel like in the NBA, they sit out games if they have a little bitty thing.
For sure. And the other thing, because of guaranteed contracts.
Guaranteed
contracts.
My money good. I'm straight.
Right. Guaranteed contracts. And the other thing is you have such a very, very, very minute earnings potential in the NFL.
Yeah, you got about 4 years.
I mean, remember when I texted you guys at the beginning of the football season, and they were doing, it was the Colorado State game, and the pregame's out like doing a tailgate, and they're like, hey, look, it's Cowboy star, recently retired Michael Gallup. And it's like, wait, what? Michael Gallup's like 25.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what's our other the running back?
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
He's like 28 years old or something.
He ain't in the league.
Yeah.
He was cold as hell about 3 years ago.
No, he's been gone.
Yeah, he was cold as hell like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Right. So, crazy.
Hey, by the way, go back to overreaction. Do you want to overreact?
Yes.
Are you ready to overreact?
Yes.
Overreact about your boy?
Okay. Who?
Y'all tried to bully me yesterday when I said the Heat are not going to be good.
Jimmy Butler,
one of 8 from the
field. When did you say the Heat aren't going to be good?
I said they're not going to be as good as y'all think, and y'all try to bully me out of it. When we did our team by team, I said they're not going to be good as y'all believe in Jimmy Butler, and I was like, nah, bro, I don't believe in that crap. And y'all try to bully me, and last night, 1 of 8 from the field, -30 in the plus minus, and 3 points for Jimmy Butler.
He was 1 of 8, and Bam Adebayo was 1 for 5.
Just saying.
So you're 2 for 13 between your 2 best players.
We're overreacting. Let's overreact to Jimmy Butler,
so
please.
you think they're going to be ass?
I think that is
mid. I wouldn't say ass, but I say mid.
No, but I think that is more about the Magic might be freaking awesome.
Okay.
They might be.
Come on, bro.
It might be.
They
30
might
points
be
better, bro.
Well, so it was just
they won by.
It was the third quarter. The third quarter, they just came out of the halftime and killed them. Well, okay. First of all, the crib in Miami. There's nobody there.
There was let's go Magic chants in the crowd.
Yeah, right. Like, it's not exactly a. It's not exactly Utah.
Hey, their starting lineup is awesome.
Who are you talking about?
Orlando.
Oh, yeah, they got.
Suggs, Caldwell Pope, Wendell Carter, Franz, and Paolo. Yeah. Like, they're all good.
And then you bring in Anthony Black, who's like 6'7". He played well last night.
And Jonathan Isaac, who's like a condor.
Yeah. Mo Wagner, who's like 6'8", 6'9". So, yeah, they got some players. Gary Harris actually played well last night, too. But I'm just saying, bro, the dialogue
Gary
about
Harris
Jimmy.
is 6 for 9 for 3. You almost need to pack that up. If he's going to go 6 for 9 from 3.
He's a three-point shooter.
Come on. 6 for 9 from 3 is OD.
Gary Harris can shoot, bro.
6 for 9 is
That's a little crazy for Gary. He probably hit that since high school. But no, hey, your boy, man, I'm telling you. Y'all talking about contract year Jimmy. I'm telling you, I'm going to get on him too. Contract year Jimmy going to be a problem. Bro, Jimmy is not. I love him, but.
Did you learn that on starting 5 after we stopped watching?
Nah, bro.
We should have
watched
the
eye
rest.
test, bro.
Hey, we should have watched the rest. Devin knew that Jimmy Butler's going to be mid from watching starting 5.
I did learn it.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the rest of it. Damn it.
You should have watched it. You should have known, bro. You, Tony, and Rosa.
I would have known.
Y'all should have known.
Dang it.
Yeah, bro. Would you?
Jason Tatum wasn't mid.
It's still heat culture, bro.
All right. We're going to have the
It's
same
still
conversation
heat
in about a
culture.
couple weeks. What do you think about?
Hey, no, you have the same energy if Orlando comes in here and beats our ass.
If they come in Saturday,
that could happen.
With our nice little Vancouver jerseys on,
And our home openers are. Oh, by the way, whoever made the Utah Jazz jerseys they wore last night should be thrown in prison.
Not prisons.
Yes.
Those have been around. They wore them last year.
They wore those last 2 years.
I got it. I thought they were going to be discarded. I thought that was like a one-time we'll dress like security guards thing.
You got the security font on the
That's
jerseys.
terrible.
Yeah, no.
Seriously, they are security guards.
Utah.
The Utah security guards.
They got the big security font on the jerseys.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, marketing looks like a security guard
does.
now. How jacked is he?
Man. A lot of push-ups.
Yo, that Joker's got the friggin' fire hose running down his arm. I'm like, yo, what is this dude on?
Yeah, bro.
This man has been in the Alps lifting.
Lifting wood.
Yeah.
Like
Laurie Markkinen looks swole as hell.
Yeah, but bro, what you
He's
think
a
about?
bouncer now.
He is. They all are.
They're all bouncers.
Man, you texted us about the Utah jerseys. I was like, bro, I've never heard anybody poop on the Utah jerseys before.
They're terrible.
I thought they did a rebrand.
To what?
Maybe I'm tweaking.
They've got the best colors too. Nobody has that purple.
The purple, yeah. They're doing
with
black
the mountain thing.
Yeah, why are
and
you doing black and yellow?
Ugh.
Yeah,
They look because I guess that's what the people wear, like on the slopes that are trying to tell you to slow down.
They look horrible.
Right?
What'd you think about the?
It's actually what they're gonna tell us is it's like, you know how all these teams do these stupid ass like, oh, it's actually an homage to the moose history of Salt Lake City.
Moose history. Do they have moose? I don't think they have moose in Salt Lake
For
City.
sure they have moose.
Yeah, they
Bro,
definitely
they
have moose.
have. Hey, when we go there, they have huge barriers on the highway. And I asked them why, and it's for the moose.
It's for the moose, yeah.
They have moose barriers.
Yeah, so they don't run out on the road. Yeah,
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, dude. Moose barriers. Because, bro, if a moose gets out on the highway, it can, like, wreck an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, bro.
Let's see where the
Moose are over 1,000 pounds.
I know how big moose are.
You don't know anything about
Apparently
moose.
you don't know anything about moose, Rosa.
I do know about
You didn't-
moose.
Look,
they call me Mr. Moose.
I said
Do they
it was
call
an
you?
homage to the moose history, and you said they don't have moose in Utah. You don't even know where moose live.
They're not a lot in Utah. They
Yes,
don't have a
there
lot.
are.
No, there's not.
They have.
What's them big ass animals
They
then?
do. They're mainly found in the northern
I'm
part,
telling
mainly
you,
in Canada,
no,
and up
they
in the northern
have,
part of the United States.
They have moose-resistant highways.
Way more moose in Maine, New Hampshire, and
Stop.
Vermont than Utah. Way more.
How do you know?
I'm looking at a map of where
What
you
is
find
it?
moose.
Where are the moose? How many moose?
I will tell you how many states in the U.S. These are the states you find them in. You find them in Alaska, Maine, Idaho, Minnesota, Vermont, Montana, New Hampshire, Washington, Utah, Colorado.
Utah.
North
You
Dakota.
said it. Utah.
I know. But it also shows a map of really where they are. It's not as many in
Yes,
Utah.
it is.
It's really not.
Yes, it is. They're everywhere.
There is moose in.
How many times have you been to Utah? Once.
Yeah, once.
Okay, I've been several times.
I've been probably.
They call me Mr. Utah.
I am Mr. Salt Lake City also.
Yes.
Like they call Mr. 305 in Miami, like
Yes.
Pitbull. I am Mr. Utah.
He's Mr. Utah.
I guarantee you they don't call you that.
Yeah.
You're actually right about that. They do not call me
And
Mr.
I don't
Utah.
think you would want to be
I
called
don't want to
that.
be called. I actually take that back.
There's moose everywhere.
I don't. By the way, I just.
In fact, I could do. There was one.
That's their rebrand. Why are they wearing them dingy ass black and yellow jerseys?
Yeah, that's.
Those are so much cooler.
Those are so
black
much
ones.
cooler.
I
No,
like the black
the
ones.
far left purple. Yeah, the purple.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Is this the last year of them ashy ass black and yellow jerseys? I hope. Maybe that's why you think they're so bad. They think the same thing. They're like, let's get
There's
rid of
my
him.
guy Keontae, Cabbage Patch Kid.
They wouldn't let him have a
Cabbage
basketball.
Patch Keontae.
Cabbage Patch Keontae.
He's so upset he didn't get to have a basketball in that photo. He just wants to get a shot up somewhere.
Cabbage Patch Keontae, grow up.
That's tough. What'd you think about the Intuit Dome? Did you watch that game?
I did not.
I did watch it. I did. I
You
watched
still up?
the fourth quarter and
Yeah,
overtime.
you know he's a huge Harden fan.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Durant, actually.
Did you enjoy when he like fumbled the ball at the end? Like
no,
playoff Harden
it
himself?
was fine. I like KD. Devin Booker, by the way, was like nowhere to be found for a majority of that game. Like they're at one point, it's like
Put him
the
on the
fourth
bench.
quarter, and they're like, "That's Devin Booker's 8th shot of the game." I was like, "What?"
They had him strapped to the bench, bro. It was weird. And like,
And
it was, like,
he hit some
overtime.
shots, so like he finally started hitting some shots, and then he fouled out. Devin Booker fouled out last night. Zach Edey, you are not alone.
See?
Devin Booker also
You
fouled
are
out.
not
See, Devin Booker fouled out.
But that arena looks amazing, bro.
That
TV. I
arena
ain't gonna
does look
hold
cool.
you, bro.
KD missed 2 free throws in a row because of that stupid
Oh, the
section
wall.
thing.
They were
Yeah.
like doing this little thing. They were like this.
And he even said it like through. It was like, what the hell is that?
They have a yell leader, bro.
I did see Ballmer dancing.
You see the yell leader they have?
Yell leader?
Yes, bro.
No.
Somebody that leads the chants.
That's awesome.
Like they have like certified like chants they do in the section. I'm like, yo, this is amazing.
When do we play there? Maybe we should take a trip.
Let's see. Memphis Grizzlies.
It's not one of those. There's not like one of those Clippers Lakers back-to-backs though.
No, they don't do
this
that no
year.
more.
I know it's annoying.
We are at LA Clippers. Dang.
Hey, when did we visit the
When did we play at Clippers?
When did we play the Clip
Did we?
joint?
Did we? Bro, did we? I really don't see that at the Clippers. Oh, at LA, March 21st.
No, you play them before them. Then.
Oh,
There.
February 12th.
February 12th?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right before All-Star.
It's the last game before All-Star.
So maybe we should go to LA, then go.
And then
just
go to
skip
San
on over-
Francisco?
go to San Francisco.
We're in Phoenix the night before that, so yeah.
Let's go to LA February 12th, bro, and go to the Intuit Dome.
And then just go up to San Francisco from there?
Yeah.
And go to the
Let's have a whole West Coast road trip.
Yeah, Dev.
Take the show.
And we got to go to the Tyler the Creator store.
Oh, Golf Lane?
Yeah, we got to go to Golf Lane.
I got to tell you, did you ever get to go?
No, I never got to go.
Great store.
You've never been to Los Angeles,
I've never
have you?
been to LA.
You haven't been to LA ever?
I've never been to the West Coast.
Oh,
The
man.
farthest west
Coast
I've been
roads
is
are-
Vegas.
Can we get West Coast roads in?
West Coast Road Trip?
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
You're going to hate the people over there, by the way.
Give me a bandana. I kind of
Get me out of here.
Bro's gonna fist
we're
fight a homeless
we're
person.
gonna land and Rose is gonna jump back on the plane and go home. That's why I only go to hot springs.
Yeah. We have space. You can't speak to
That's
us.
the furthest I go west is
Yeah.
Hot Springs.
I go to Vegas. Y'all relax.
I asked him if he could go any place in the world. He said hot springs.
Y'all relax. That's cap. Now you're
That's not
moving
cap.
goalposts on your question.
That's not cap. You did
That's
say
cap.
that.
No, that
you
is
love
cap.
Hot Springs.
I literally said if you could go anywhere.
You said you have 24 hours to be there and come back. I'm like, I ain't trying to go somewhere for 24 hours across the country and then come back the next day. I ain't trying
Why
to do
not?
that.
24 hours, bro.
That's too much
You ever
time.
flew somebody out?
That's too much time being on a plane.
He's
No.
like, I'm just gonna go to hot springs.
Hot
I
Springs.
just go to Hot Springs.
This man, bro.
Get in my ride and go to Hot
We
Springs.
need to go to the Intuit Dome.
No, for real. I need
For
to see
real.
that. I need to see that place in
It's the
person.
last game before the All-Star break?
Yeah.
That's actually good. We can pull that off then.
Yeah, be like, hey, we can just cross on over.
Right before, yeah, and then just leave the next day and get up to San Francisco because then that's a short flight from San Francisco or from LA to San Francisco.
Hell yeah. I love it. Well, we already got a lot. Look, we got a plan.
We might have 2 All-Stars and 2 rookie game guys.
Who was it? Zach and who else? Jalen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot to do then. A lot of work.
Jalen Wells.
2 All-Stars?
No,
yeah,
I'm saying,
bro. 2 All-Stars.
And we might have 2 All-Stars.
What's wrong with you, cuz?
Bro, we're going to have 3.
Okay.
Oh, stop.
Okay, I like that,
3.
Rosa. Pipe
Oh, my
up.
God.
Pipe up then.
Bro, this is
Hey, bro, I'm not putting Yuki in the All-Star game yet.
You said contract year for Paolo. This is contract year for Jaren, too.
You gotta raise the roof, bro. It's contract year for Jaren. Oh, for his
He makes DPOY an All-NBA team.
My dog trying to get that.
And he going to get the richest contract in Grizzlies history.
Got a bunch of NBA games tonight. What's the NFL game?
Let's see.
Who's Thursday night? Football.
Are you ready?
Who
for
is
some
tonight?
football? It is
It has to be-
Vikings Rams.
The Rams are about to trade everybody.
Vikings Rams?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the World Series doesn't start until tomorrow night.
Yeah, World Series.
In the NBA, we got Celtics, Wizards. We got TNT, Spurs, Mavericks. Chris Paul, Wemby.
Wemby's first game.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Of the
Chris
season.
Paul, Wemby.
Do you think Yuki knows Ohtani?
Bro, how would you... that's like when they ask black people, do I know Martin? That's like me asking, like, hey, you know Martin Luther King?
Do you think Yuki knows Hideo Nomo?
Oh my God. What's wrong with y'all? No, bro.
Do you think Yuki knows Chin Ming Wong?
Look, massive sports stars.
Okay, touche.
Yeah.
He's a massive sports star, bro.
We gotta get the Yuki.
He's Yuki Kawamura.
The Yuki Ohtani handshake, the dap up, the strong handshake. Yeah, we got Spurs, Mavs, and then we got the late night game is Thunder Nuggets.
Does he know So Taguchi?
I'm
trying to think of.
Is Ichiro Japanese?
Ichiro's Japanese.
Shout out Ichiro Suzuki. Hideo, what's that? Hideo. What's that?
Hideki Matsui.
Hideki Matsui. Dude,
or Hideki Arabu.
Hey, the Hideki Arabu.
Like that one.
The Yankees are in the. By the way, the Yankees in the World Series. Yankees in the World Series. The last time the Yankees won the World Series MVP Hideki Matsui.
Oh,
fun fact.
I'll go for you. I got a fun fact too. The last time the Memphis Grizzlies started the season 2 games straight on the road, you know what happened? It was 2012-2013. You know what happened that year? They made the Western Conference Finals.
Wow.
Book that. Raise the roof. That's how we leave today,
That's going to do it for today's show.
Yeah,
we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.